Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Icy and I'm so happy to have you here. So in this video, I am going to be doing a get ready with me for a fun girls' night out. One of my friends is going to be hanging out with me for tonight. I'm not sure yet what we're going to do, but I did put on my outfit, which I will show you guys at the end of this video. And I figured I would just do a chatty get ready with me. I thought this was also a really great way to share my goals for 2024 and just speak freely about what I'm hoping for in this next year. It's really interesting because I filmed actually a get ready with me, I think around the same time of this year. And it's so interesting to reflect back on the place that I'm at emotionally, mentally. And so to film a get ready with me a year later essentially is just really interesting. And so I'm really excited to be doing that. I'm gonna try my best to show you guys the steps that I'm doing. Disclaimer, I am not a makeup guru at all. I like to keep things pretty natural and I pretty much stick to the same makeup, but I will link all of the products that I'm using down below. So starting off, I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. primer. Love e.l.f. I think they are such a great affordable drugstore brand. If you follow me on Instagram, then you may have seen my post that my word for 2024 is create. And to kind of go off of that, I like to add intentional creation. 2024, my main goal and the main desire that I have that I really want to instill is to lean into my creative energy. I've always been someone who is very creative, who is very imaginative and likes to kind of get lost in my imagination. It's just always been a way for me to process my emotions, and how I make sense of the world is through my creative outlet, i.e. YouTube, writing, journaling. I've always just been that person who prefers to express myself in creativity. It's something that has been extremely healing for me the past year, I guess, is that I leaned into my creativity more than I thought that I would. You know, in the beginning of 2023, I had just got out of a relationship. I was dealing with my grandpa's loss. I've talked about these things before, so I'm not gonna repeat them again. I don't want to be a broken record, but if you're interested in that time of my life, then it's all documented. You can go back in some of my other previous videos where I talk about it. And I didn't have any intentions for 2023 just because I knew I was in such a vulnerable state, in such a fragile state, where the one thing that I was good, I think, about was being gentle on myself in terms of expectations. Coming from someone who is a high functioning anxiety person who has had her bouts of depression here and there, that was a shift for me because I'm definitely someone who is very ambitious, very driven. Anyone who knows me really well knows that I thrive off routine. I thrive off having a plan. I'm very intentional with what I do and in terms of my goals and my future. That's just always how I have been. But in 2023, I had to take a step back and give myself grace and give myself the time to heal and to just be, just to survive, because I knew that my capacity emotionally, mentally, was needing time to, like I said, recoup and just get back to a balanced state. By the way, I'm gonna go in with the Rare Beauty Tinted Moisturizer. I am in the color 40N. Actually, now that I think about it too, I'm going to grab a mirror real quickly, so I'll be right back. Anyway, what I was saying is that 2023, I didn't place any expectations in terms of goals, in terms of my career, which is very unlike me. This year though, going into 2024, it's so different because I have such a yearning and such a drive to give back to myself in the ways that I knew I didn't have the capacity for last year. And that's a really grounding and beautiful feeling to have when last year I felt very lost, very confused. I had to redefine who I was coming out of a long-term relationship, and I think that's quite common for people who go through something like that, who go through any sense of change. But I really had to find myself again. So 2023 was all about healing and confronting demons and confronting my traumas. I did therapy for the first like 6 to 7 months of the year, which I think I talked about. I don't know how open I was about that experience, but I did go to therapy, and it was one of those experiences where it was the first time that I was really open with my therapist about the things that I was going through. Because previously when I had done it, I had always had more of this filter and more of this feeling of, okay, I don't want the therapist to judge me. I still want them to look at me in a good light. So it's not like I was really getting down to the nitty-gritty and uncovering those skeletons in my closet. But last year, I had really taken a hit on my mental health that I was like, I just want to feel better. And I feel like the only way I can do that is by being honest with my therapist. So I did that. But surprisingly, 2023, I would say the latter part of the year, I ended up achieving quite a lot and more than I had expected. I hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, which was really, really cool as someone who, one, doesn't do YouTube full time. YouTube is purely a passion project of mine. So I'm gonna go in with concealer. This is the Maybelline Fit Me. Another thing as well is I got my first promotion at my job, which was really, really exciting. So I ended up doing a lot more than I thought I was capable of, which was really cool. And I think that's sometimes interesting how life works. When you don't set expectations, that's when things start falling into place. And it's really interesting reflecting on my healing in 2023, because it sounds so cliche, but I truly believe that healing happens the most when you don't realize it. It's just one of those things that you are going through, and one day slowly you just realize you're in a place where you are okay. And you know, it's not to say that the bad days won't come or that you won't feel those heavy emotions, but you're stronger and you're able to cope with it better. Something else that 2023 taught me as well is it just taught me how strong we really are. I have always been someone who has struggled with my mental health. I definitely have a better way of coping with it now. I would say between the ages of like 14 and 21, I really, really struggled with my mental health in terms of depression, anxiety, comparison, burnout, like all of those things. I was constantly getting into this really toxic cycle with those things, and I could never really figure out a way to self-regulate those emotions. I had used my relationship at the time to try and fix those problems, and I think part of that too was being on birth control, which is a topic for a completely different time, but maybe I'll share how getting off birth control, I think, has also played a significant part in regulating my emotions and just being able to cope with things a little bit better. But yeah, like 2023 really taught me that I can get through these things, that, you know, I am strong enough. 2023 was such a transformative year. It was such a pivotal year. I did a whole video on my 2023 reflection. Also going in with the e.l.f. Putty, this is not the Putty, brow pomade. I don't know what color this is in. I think it's dark brown. I'm really not sure. It's so old that the label has faded, but it's still, there's still so much in it. But anyway, what was I saying? 2023 was just such a transformative year for me. Let's talk about 2024 now. So like I mentioned earlier, I definitely want to lean into my creative energy. Now, what does that look like in 2024? Obviously YouTube, obviously posting more consistently. This is gonna be the first year where I'm really taking YouTube seriously. And it's not to say that I haven't taken YouTube seriously. I always aim to put content out that I'm genuinely proud of. A lot of effort into the editing and the intention behind it. I hope that shows through in my videos. But this year I made a goal to myself that I am going to post consistently on YouTube. I'm going to be posting twice a week, Wednesdays and Sundays, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, which was my loose schedule last year. But this year I'm actually planning out content ahead of time, like for the month, and then scheduling those videos. Whereas before I was kind of a little bit more flexible with it and just kind of doing my own thing. Okay, what do I want to do next? I think I'll go in with bronzer. I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Putty bronzer. I think this is in Honey. I can't remember the exact name of this, but e.l.f.'s Putty bronzers are really, really good actually. I highly recommend them. I haven't looked into the business side of YouTube a lot, which is something that for the longest time I really was kind of opposed to looking at YouTube as a business and a source of income, because I always felt like it would take away the fun of YouTube, and that's still something, I'm going to be honest, that I am trying to be cognizant about, because I never want YouTube to feel like a chore. Like I never want to get to that point where I think of doing a video or I think of editing as like, oh, I have to do that video, or I get so caught up into this world where I'm not having fun with it anymore, because I feel like as soon as YouTube starts feeling like a chore, then that's when I know I need to take a step back and take a break from it. So I'm very, very careful with the relationship that I have with it and keeping it a fun passion project as long as I can, because I think that's also when I create the best, because I'm aligned with what I really want and what I really want to do. I don't want to say that I'm at a point where it would become my full-time job. I'm definitely not at that point, and I also really enjoy being a legal assistant, which we'll talk about that as well, my goals in terms of my legal journey. I'm going in with the Rare Beauty Liquid, what is this? Liquid eyeshadow. This is in Nearly Mauve. If you can see that a little bit, I don't think you can, but that's the color that I'm going with. And then the other creative goal that I have, which I have been talking about for so long, is to actually self-publish something. And I've always loved creative writing. I remember falling in love with creative writing in 4th grade when our class assignment was to create a fictional story about, like, I forget what the topic was, but we had to create a creative story, and I really took it very seriously. And I remember spending my recess writing this creative story. I was 9 or 10 at the time. But I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it, and I fell in love with it, and that's when I discovered my passion for writing. So I have been thinking a lot lately about finally self-publishing something. Now, what that is, I don't know exactly. I haven't decided yet what I want my first debut piece of work to be. Not to make that sound like so serious. I do want to self-publish something just for that inner child in me, that little girl who loved and still loves to write. I was thinking that I wanted to create maybe like a book where it would be like a coffee table book, and I was thinking of having a series of poetry and like prose. The next thing that I'm going to do is I am going to go in with the bronzer again. I'm just gonna do it all over my face a little bit, add a little bit of dimension, and then I think I'm gonna put my mascara on and blush, and then I will tell you about my goals in terms of my career. I love this mascara by Essence. It is my favorite mascara. It is so cheap, specifically the purple one. Go and buy this from the drugstore. Trust me, it's amazing. You will thank me later. And then I like to go in with another mascara. This is actually mascara that my mom gave me, or maybe I stole it, but it is a Lash Multiplying Volume Mascara. So when I'm going out and I want a little bit more of a sophisticated look, I will layer these two mascaras. The first one is more of like a primer and just to add an initial coat, and then this one I feel like lengthens my eyelashes. So in terms of my career goals, which I had an epiphany the other day when I was walking during my daily walk at work, because for the longest time, if you've been following my channel, then you know I am a legal assistant. I film work vlogs, I share my legal assistant journey. Those tend to be my most popular videos because it's a very niche topic that people are interested in. Something that I had always been kind of conflicted about was thinking, well, how am I going to balance my creative side with also this more corporate legal side that I have and the ambitions that I have for it? And I was thinking of this kind of may be also a crazy idea. I don't even know if this is going to be possible because I haven't actually sat down and studied this and thought about the logistics, but I was just kind of like, you know, thinking in an ideal world, if I could have everything go and work out exactly the way I wanted to, I would love to have a legal background so that way I could use that as leverage in terms of being my own content creator and doing things on my own terms, like negotiating my own contracts and being able to publish my own work, maybe doing intellectual property law or contract law. Again, I don't know if that's even possible or if that would even make sense for me, but it's just kind of something that I had a pipe dream about the other day, and I was just thinking that it would be really cool to explore that further and make that a reality, because I think I've always thought that one day I would have to choose between my more creative side and also this side that takes pride in having a legal career and just like wanting to explore that further. Also, I just got mascara on the eyelid, on my eyelid, so I'm gonna go fix that real quickly and I will be back. All right. My friend is on her way, so I'm gonna try my best to wrap this up. I'm thinking of everything that I still need to do for my face. Okay, I think I'm going to do blush, highlighter, and then lips. So we'll do the last three. I'm going in with the Rare Beauty liquid blush. This is in Joy, something that I love doing as a hack that I saw on a YouTube reel is actually combining the two liquid blushes, or the liquid blush and then the liquid highlighter. This is in Mesmerize. These are both from the Rare Beauty brand. And then I will put the highlighter on top of the liquid blush. And then I will blend both of those together so you have this really glowy blush finish. Here as well, I told myself that this is the year that I'm going to start studying for the LSAT. The biggest advice that I've gotten from my colleagues and friends who are in the legal industry or in law school is to start studying early. So yeah, I want to start studying for the LSAT. I think definitely by the end of January, I want to create some type of study routine, definitely buy some type of prep book and just look into that. I've always thought that going to law school would just be very beneficial in general to have a background in law. Okay. Last up, I'm going to go in with my lip liner. This is from Revlon. This is a really nice lip liner from the drugstore. This is from Target. Oh no, my battery is like my camera is overheating, so I really have to wrap this up. But I'm just gonna go in with my lip liner. I think of this as a dupe to the Charlotte Tilbury's Pillow Talk, and it's actually so nice. I think I may like this lip liner a little bit better than the Charlotte Tilbury one, and it's a lot cheaper. Okay, I'm gonna go in now with a lip gloss to finish it off, just like that. And there we go. This is our completed look. I'm gonna put jewelry on, put a little bit of perfume. This is my typical, I would say, going out look. I really like this makeup look. It's super glowy, it's easy, and I feel like it just enhances my natural looks. I like makeup that makes me feel like myself, but a little bit better, and I really like to focus a lot on skincare. And so, yeah, this is the makeup look that I have been doing. Those are some of my goals for the new year. So I'm gonna put some jewelry on, and then I will show you guys the final look. But if you guys are looking for a really affordable but also amazing perfume, I highly recommend this one. It's Alt Crystal number 23. It is a dupe for the Baccarat Rouge perfume. If you've heard of it, it's this very highly rated and popular perfume brand. I believe it's unisex, but don't quote me on it, but it retails for $300 to $400. And one day I was scrolling on Instagram, and as your phone listens to you, it popped up this ad, and this was actually on sale for Christmas. This is not sponsored, by the way, at all, but I genuinely do love it, and I don't usually buy things off Instagram or ads, Facebook ads, things like that. I don't usually fall for it, but people really recommended this, and they said it smells exactly like the more expensive perfume, so I just wanted to share it. I also featured this in my Christmas vlog, or maybe my New Year's vlog, I can't remember exactly, but I will leave it down below if you want to check it out. It's really good. And fun story, I actually wore this one day to work, and one of my coworkers, she came down for a meeting, and she was like, "Are you wearing Baccarat Rouge? Because you smell amazing." She like literally walked into my office, and the first thing that she said was, "Oh my god, you smell amazing. What are you wearing?" And she instantly recognized this smell, and I told her, "Thank you. It's actually a dupe for Baccarat Rouge." And she's like, "Wow, like, you smell amazing." This one I find is way more affordable, one, but it's just a little bit cleaner. It's a little bit more wearable, I think, for everyday use, and it's really nice. So I think for this look, we are wearing all black, and so I want to finish it off with a pearl necklace, and then I'm gonna put some gold earrings on, and then my gold rings. Got my rings on. I have been really into gold, I would say, ever since last year. Put my earrings on. Try to link everything down below. Okay, so this is the look. I am just wearing faux leather pants. Also, hang on, my friend is calling me. Hi! Alright, bye. See you soon. Bye. This is the look. I am wearing faux leather jeans. These are from Abercrombie. I don't know if I can link it, but I will try. This top I got from the thrift store, actually. I got this from Plato's Closet, so I don't know if I can link it. But it is a very nice, fun going out outfit. Also, the jeans, you can't tell, but they're flared at the bottom. And then I think I'm just gonna wear Doc Martens with it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this get ready with me. Maybe it gave you some inspiration for your own makeup look. Like I said, I'll try and link everything down below, from the makeup looks to my jewelry to clothes that I'm wearing if I can find it, as well as the perfume. But if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye.